Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your weekend advice for the weekend of September 30th, October 1st and 2nd, 2016. So thank you for being here. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. Welcome back to those of you who've been here before. So this is a general reading looking at the energies that surround us at this time. Since we're looking at energies, these will manifest in different ways for different people. So this is for all signs. Looking at the different areas of life really that these energies can manifest in. So I do encourage everyone to take away the message of the reading and apply it to their own situation if they feel it speaks to them. So let's have a look. This weekend it seems to be about answered prayers, manifesting wishes, intense psychic experiences for some of us, communication, good news coming our way definitely, and overcoming or healing some issues. So that's a beautiful thing. So let's just go through the cards. Okay, I'll show you the cards and then I'll tie the messages together. So we have Mauve, enjoy clear hearing. The number is 43. And that's from the Secret Language of Colors Oracle deck, Secret Language of Color Cards Oracle deck by Inna Segal. We have Answered Prayer from the Healing with the Angels Oracle deck. From the Tarot, we have the Queen of Cups. If I can pick it up, Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, and this is from Ciro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams. And then we have love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. And imagine, what would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? And this is from the Magical Unicorns deck by Doreen Virtue. And it's an absolutely gorgeous deck, and I really enjoy working with it. I just got it this week. So the message for this weekend, I'm picking up on healing mother issues, or issues with the mother, or with parents in general. Hearing, receiving psychic messages through your intuition. Guidance towards the answer to your prayers for some of us. Communication, news coming our way, either in person, on the telephone, email, text messages, whatever the case may be, of good news, of an answered prayer, really. Perhaps reconciling with parents or making peace with whatever the situation is this weekend. And definitely continuing to visualize being happy, continuing to visualize healing, abundance, whatever the case may be for you that you're trying to manifest in your life, that you're praying for. And mauve is also, it's a spiritual color, definitely. So I would definitely pay attention to our intuition this weekend, absolutely. I believe that we're going to receive a lot of signs and symbols, clear directions as to which way to go towards our answered prayers. Lots of good news coming our way, talking about the end of a difficult situation, talking about it's okay, you can relax now, you did it. It's okay, you have healing now. It's okay, you were victorious with this, or you got what you were looking for, or you got what you deserved, okay, in terms of a prayer being answered for you. A stressful situation that you've really been struggling with, okay, with the Seven of Wands, that you've really had to pull yourself up and keep yourself going and stay on top of everything, potentially fight people off even, or negative energies coming your way, protecting yourself against them is also what I hear with the Seven of Wands. And it's been a challenging time and a tiring time, but I do believe it's paying off for you. I believe that your prayers are about to be answered and you're going to receive wonderful news with that. Okay, we have the Page of Swords in terms of regular, if you will, communication. And we have the Queen of Cups talking about psychic, spiritual communication, spiritual experiences this weekend. Definitely pay attention to your dreams. Also pay attention to what you hear is important. Particular songs or particular messages that you hear on the radio, on the TV, in a song. In other people's conversations, I feel that if things just kind of come to you, or you hear something and it triggers an idea, or you know what, it's, I don't know if you do this, but whenever I have a question that I'm not sure about, what am I supposed to do with this, or what's the right move, or how do I go about this, I think about that question for a while, kind of meditate upon it, and then just let it go, and ask the angels and my guides to just give me the right answer, or to guide me in the right direction to get the answer. And I'm really amazed and pleasantly surprised when I watch the TV a couple of hours later and something someone says in a movie is exactly the answer that I was looking for, okay? Or a verse in a song is exactly what I was looking for. It's like, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do, or that's the answer, or that's the solution, or that's the issue, okay? So or even when you talk to someone else, and there's something that happens when we think about something in our head, and then if we express it verbally, it just sounds different. I don't know if that has ever happened to you, but when you go over something in your head over and over again, and it's just your perspective in there and trying to sort things out for yourself, and then all of a sudden you talk to someone, and it's like, it doesn't sound so bad. It sounded worse in my head, or it sounded more complicated in my head. Now that I hear myself talking, it's actually quite simple, or it's actually quite clear. So something like that is what I'm picking up on for some of us this weekend. Definitely healing issues with the parents. So I'm getting clarifying conversations, getting healing from those issues, or at least closure from those issues is also what I'm getting. Love from your parents, what that means for me. It says that no matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. So even if you're not particularly happy with your interaction with your parents or your relationship with your parents, the angels are just asking you to remember that this is just what they can do. This is just what they can offer you. And to just be grateful, for what they can offer you, if anything. Or just be at peace with the fact that that's the situation, and there's no point in bringing extra drama and pain and hurt into it. Just allow it to heal, allow it to be washed away from your life and replaced by peace. Okay, in terms of just accepting that, this is who you are and this is who they are. They're doing the best they can, even if it doesn't look like it at times. Or this is just who they are, and if we get angry about it, or if we judge them for it, or if we blame them for certain things, that doesn't really change the situation except for adding more negativity into the mix. And so it's just about focusing on healing, and also hearing. What I'm picking up on is pay attention to how people speak to you this weekend, because even if they're not saying certain words, it doesn't mean that they're not saying what you hoped to hear. So it's just about people expressing how they feel in different ways than what we know to expect, but they're still saying that they love us this weekend, okay? So it's just about listening, okay, and just being open-minded and taking in the messages that come to us, and focusing on the fact that this is what I asked for, okay? This is the answer to my prayers. This is the information I'm receiving in answer, in response to my question. So let me listen to it again and try to make sense of it. Just trying to keep an open mind, okay, when it comes to communicating with people in our lives, or even our angels and our spirit guides, definitely. But I am getting overcoming problems, overcoming difficulty, overcoming fights, arguments, ruptures within the family, or with your parents, or the people who raised you, your mentors even, okay, your elders. I'm getting overcoming a rupture, healing a rupture. It's either communicating clearly and realizing that actually maybe they are telling you that they love you in the way that they can. And so just being happy with that and just finding healing and peace in that. And for others of us, it's just about looking at the situation with compassion for all parties involved, okay, and thinking about it in terms of this is just the best they can, okay, and it may not look like it once again, but they may actually be doing the best they can, and it's just what they can do. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So it's almost like making peace with the fact that the situation may not be perfect, but everyone's doing the best they can at this time. And if you still don't see eye to eye, then it's just about understanding that it is what it is. Everyone is who they are, and showing compassion to yourself, to the situation, to the other people, and just releasing that situation from your life if there's truly nothing else that you can do about it or that can be done about it, okay? But I am getting answered prayers definitely for this weekend. So pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to the messages you receive. Pay attention to the signs you receive. And it's definitely about parents and children being at odds with each other, okay? Because we have the Queen of Cups on the one hand, a Page on the other hand, Page of Swords, and then the Seven of Wands in between, kind of opposing each other or challenging each other. And I feel like that's the healing during this weekend. That's the prayers that are being answered. If you've been wondering, why you just can't get along, I feel like you're going to get your answers, okay, this weekend. And it's just about being willing to hear the messages. It's just about being willing to see the other person's point of view. And that happens when we have compassion for the other person. And when we show someone compassion and forgiveness, regardless of what they're doing, what we're doing actually is healing that situation, making it so it doesn't affect us in a negative way anymore, taking away the pain from that situation. Because it's just like, I release it. I forgive this. I release it. It is what it is. I am going to be grateful for everything, anything, everyone in my life, because it has helped shape me into the person I am today, for good or for bad. And I'm grateful for everything. I just forgive and release this situation. It's time to heal. And I do see a lot of healing happening. So if you've been struggling with that, and this is your parents, it can also be someone who's really, really close to you, someone you trusted and maybe kind of hurt you. It's that sort of, what I'm picking up on? I'm picking up on that sort of thing where you want to do something and your parents absolutely forbid you from doing that. And so you don't understand and they're not giving you an explanation. And so that just causes anger and a rupture and you to just go off and do it on your own anyway. But kind of not like your parents for it. And it's just getting to the point where you realize that maybe they were just scared. Maybe they just didn't understand what you were talking about. And they'd rather have you safe in a circumstance that they're familiar with, that they can monitor or something like that. You know what I mean? It's when we are willing to have compassion for someone else and for a situation, is when we are able to see the other person's point of view, and actually it turns out that they just want you to be okay. That's really the root cause of everything. They just want you to be okay, but they may not go about it in the best kind of a way, or what they think is okay for you, you may not think it's okay for you, but they're really doing the best they can, okay? I really do believe that. And whatever situation you're going through that you feel cannot be healed with your parents, if they really wronged you that much, it's about finding healing within yourself and closure for yourself. And you do that by forgiving them. And that, again, that does not mean that you agree with what they did, you agree with what happened, but you forgive the situation. It's more for yourself than for them, because it allows you to have closure from that situation. It allows you to make sense of everything and to fill that hole that you've been carrying around with you in your heart, in your soul, for a really long time. And that's the answered prayer. That is the healing. That is the release. That is the answer. That is the solution and the making sense of everything that you've been looking for. And who knows, maybe you start working on your relationship now with your parents. Maybe things improve now. Maybe they've changed, you've changed. It's a better time to try again. Something like that, okay, for some of you? That's the kind of thing I'm picking up on, which is interesting, because it's kind of very narrow, very specific. But it definitely is significant, because we all have issues from our childhood, and we all have issues from dealing with our parents, and I think it's just time to heal and release. And I feel like that's what's going on this weekend for a lot of us, definitely. Just making peace, understanding, getting clarity, getting answers. Why things had to be a certain way. And perhaps we're fixing relationships with our parents, we're mending fences, we're starting again, or at least we release that situation from our lives and we have closure from it by showing compassion and forgiveness. And what actually happens when we practice the law, it's called, I think it is the law of grace, it's called, which is showing forgiveness or learning forgiveness. And when we do that, we actually break karmic cycles in our lives. We actually break a cycle that could continue in our children, with us and our children when we become parents, and so on and so forth. And so it's a beautiful thing to do. And it's incredibly healing, okay? It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But I would say it's definitely worth the effort of going through that process to finding healing, showing forgiveness, showing compassion, and release. Okay, so it feels like a beautiful healing weekend, definitely, with a lot of communication, a lot of things coming to the surface, also what I'm picking up on from our subconscious, from our memories. Conversations with ourselves, with a therapist, with a close friend, with our parents, with our children, clarifying things, offering a second perspective, offering a different perspective, an explanation, a solution. But it does come from us being willing to open up to that, us being willing to have compassion, to try to see the other person's point of view with compassion. But I do believe it's going to be an immensely healing weekend, okay? And it may be a bit of a specific message, but honestly, that's what I'm picking up on. So it must be significant for a lot of us, okay? Because otherwise they wouldn't have shown me this message. But yeah, let me know how this makes sense, if it resonates, and definitely if the reading helps, and also how your weekend is going, okay? If you're starting to make sense of some certain things, if you're starting to feel better about a situation, to feel more compassionate, more forgiving, to find release, to find closure, okay? And it's just, once again, it's just about choosing peace in your life, choosing happiness in your life, healing, and just to let go of pain, to let go of difficulty, to even if that means making peace with the fact that it just is what it is, and there's something good in there, because otherwise you wouldn't be the person you are today. And I'm sure that everyone is absolutely doing the best they can, and they're a wonderful person and a spiritual person, because otherwise you wouldn't even be watching these videos, you wouldn't be interested in this kind of stuff. And so it's about, yes, it was difficult, and yes, I don't understand it, but it did shape me into the person that I am today, and I like the person I am today, so I'm grateful for it. Okay, it's kind of a simplistic way of putting it, but yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm picking up on for the weekend. So let me know how this makes sense and how your weekend is going. I know what it represents for me, for example, but hopefully everyone else finds some answers in this reading as well. So I hope that we all have a beautiful weekend. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all your support, truly. I hope that we have a healing weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.